Hello everyone, my name is Sara Dietschy, rhymes with Peachy, and today we are doing the ultimate blue microphones test. You might be a content creator, podcaster, gamer, anything in between, and even if you're not one of those, well, we all know we've been doing a lot of video conferencing this past year. So we're going to explore a wide variety of microphones. At the start of the year when we moved to Texas, we were in between a lot of different hotels, and literally the only mic I had was the $99 Yeti Nano. And a lot of people were surprised by it because they didn't actually know about the software component. Blue actually makes Blue Sherpa software where you can check off that enable Blue voice, and it just unlocks a lot of great features and it makes your microphone sound amazing. And this is a USB microphone, so it plugs in directly to your computer. This is the Spark SL. This is $199 and it plugs in via Xlr. You can see over here we have a Zoom H6 recorder recording things, and then with these other mics, they're USB mics, so it's a little bit easier to get that audio, hop on the video conferencing calls. So when Blue saw the response, they're like, hey, can we sponsor another video and just send you all of the microphones for you to showcase? And I said, well, yes. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with the Snowball Ice Black. So this would be basically a step above your laptop microphone. That's what you'd be going for. It connects to your computer via USB, so you don't have to have an interface or anything like that. You have the Blue mic special sauce, the custom cardioid condenser capsule, and this only has the cardioid pattern, so it can capture what is in front of it, like my voice right here. If you're using this for things like voiceovers in Premiere, or maybe you're using it in GarageBand, it should pop up just as an input, so you can select it there. And then also for Zoom conferences, Google Meet, whatever you're having, it's going to be in the audio settings. You just click it as an input. So let's actually test that right now. Okay, so we're using the Logitech Real 4K webcam right now for the video in Zoom, and also the Blue Snowball mic for the audio. Okay, so now let's compare this to a laptop mic. Okay, I am on my XPS 2-in-1 that is 1 year old, and I'm using the internal laptop mics. Check. 1, 2. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the $99 Yeti Nano, which you've seen on this channel before, and just I love just how cute and small it is, but it packs a punch. So right now I'm actually using the Blue Sherpa software, and you check off enable Blue voice. So Blue voice is super powerful because it has all of these cool presets like AM radio, broadcaster. So I actually really enjoy the broadcaster one. Do I sound crisp and clear like a broadcaster? And as you can see, I'm just recording straight into Adobe Premiere behind me. And when you select it in the software, it changes wherever you're recording. So it's actually really handy. Again, so if you're in Zoom, Google Meets, etc., it'll apply those changes, and it really brings this mic to life. It is a USB mic, so you connect it to your computer just via USB. This one actually has a headphone jack, so you can monitor it live. You can also change the headphone level with the knob in front, and then you press it to mute, which it's like the simplest feature, but it's so clutch. It's really annoying when you're in meetings and having to like use the mouse, find the mute, and this is just so easy to mute, cough, eat your food. I do that a lot where I'll like go off video and I'm like low-key like snacking, so I need to make sure my mic is muted because that's a little awkward when I'm going ham on the Cheez-Its, you know? It has two different modes, the cardioid mode. It is so hard for me to say that word for some reason. Cardioid mode. That's a tongue twister to me. I'm sorry. Is it cardioid? Should I just look this up? Cardioid. Okay, so when it's in the mode of cardioid, it's only recording what's in front of it. But if you go into omnidirectional, that basically records everything around it. So if you want to capture your atmosphere, I'll turn it on right here. It's the button in the back. You want things around the mic as well as in front of you, well, you switch over into that mode. So like I said, when I moved, this is like one of the only mics that I had, and I did podcasts, I recorded videos, like videos that you can see on my channel now. And for me, I feel like this is the best value. Like $99, you have access to the Blue Voice software, and it's just very small and portable. And now we're doing our Zoom with the Yeti Nano. Do I still sound like broadcaster quality? I sometimes feel like these video conferences conferencing programs just really just like crush your sound quality. So I hope it's coming through. I'm gonna actually switch over to crisp and modern. Okay, so now I have plugged in the bigger brother, the Yeti X, and we're going to start in Zoom because, you know, this is familiar to the Nano. Is there a big difference? I'm using the crisp and modern setting in Blue Voice. And what is cool about the Yeti X is it's actually included inside G Hub. So if you have G Hub for your other Logitech or Blue mic accessories, like here you see my keyboard, my Brio, and then also the Yeti X over here, you can come in here and choose the broadcaster settings, the crisp and modern, what I'm using right now. You can adjust any of these settings and then you can save as, you know, your own preset. So I like, it's very concise that it's with, you know, all of your other accessories. And you can also change the color of the smart knob, which is like, I don't know, I like that. I like that a lot. So you have a lot of control over the colors that indicate the different settings that you're changing. And even if you don't want to go in here into software and you want to physically change the settings, well, the smart knob is really easy to use. So you basically just turn left and right to adjust the levels. You press it just like the Nano to mute, but you just do a long press to toggle in between the different settings, which switches in between the gain, your headphones levels, and the blend of computer audio you're hearing versus the mic audio. Okay, so we're gonna get off the Zoom here. I have like the screen recording and the Zoom and the Sony recording. There's a lot of things going on, isn't there? Okay, so in terms of tech specs, you have double the amount of capsules in the Yeti X compared to the Nano. So there's 4 capsule condenser arrays and they just bring more clarity to the voice. Does my voice sound clear? And you also have more modes. So yes, the mode that captures right in front of the mic, and then omnidirectional, which captures everything. But you also have stereo and bi-directional. So where omnidirectional is maybe really good if there's several people around a table, maybe doing a conference call. Bi-directional is really good for maybe 2 people sitting across each other doing a podcast. If I had friends, I could probably test this out for you. So those different modes can be controlled in G Hub, or you can just, again, toggle it with this button on the back of the microphone. The Yeti X is just like super solid. The construction is so great. And the smart knob and the display, I'm just a big fan. When you use it and hold it, it's just super solid. And with this mic, you can start to consider maybe some other accessories. So Blue has their compass arm, which is a really great, well, I have it right here, which is a really great boom arm for podcasting or calls or what have you. This type of arm is really great if you have keyboards and mouses, you have just a ton of accessories on your desk and you don't want your mic arm to hinder that, or you don't want a mic on your physical desk like right here, because it takes up room. They also have the Radius 3, which is a shock mount for this mic, and that just enables your mic to handle any vibrations of the desk. Okay, so that concludes our segment on their USB mics, and that means you don't need any interface to plug it into your computer, use it for your video conferencing, or using it straight in Premiere. So we're gonna move on to our XLR mics here, where you will need something like an M audio interface or something on the fancier end, like a Rodecaster Pro, which is what I use, but I also have some smaller audio interfaces when I need to use XLR mics that aren't here at my main desk. Okay, so right here we have the Blackout Spark SL. You've already kind of heard it in this video, but it's just crispy. It's so crispy. It's $199, and as you can hear, the clarity is insane. And I have it running through a Rodecaster Pro, but I don't have any of the effects on any of the audio processing, so this is like just the mic straight up, and it just sounds really great. I might want to add a pop filter to this. You can like buy one for 10 bucks on Amazon, but just at this length you really don't hear a lot of the pops, and straight out the box it sounds great. It would be great for podcasting, gaming, all of the things. Speaking of gaming, say something crazy just happened, oh my gosh, and you have to yell. It has an actual button for that, like minus 20 dB, which is good to have a physical switch for it, and there's also a high pass filter filter. So right now I have the high pass filter on. So if there's like a hum from the air conditioning or something like that, it's a 100 hertz high pass filter. So as you can tell, you just have Blue's legendary just studio sound, because this is also going to be great for music as well if you are a musician. I'm noticing these days creatives are just all over the place, and I love it. Like if you're a musician, it's almost like you have to be a YouTuber and a streamer, or you know, we're just a lot of hyphens, aren't we? And because this is a condenser mic, and with that you get the warmth and the clarity and just the great amount of detail opposed to a dynamic mic, you need phantom power, which that will come from your audio interface. So you just have to make sure to specify that, you know, it's either a setting that you have to tick off, like on the Rodecaster Pro or the Zoom H6. Most audio interfaces are going to have phantom power. You just want to keep that in mind. So let's just hear how this sounds in Zoom now. This Blue compass arm also allows you to flip your mic over like this. It's another style. Well, not this, just one second. So then if you want the mic really out of the way, you can use the compass arm to flip the mic upside down, and you know, you just have all of this real estate where you're not bumping into the boom arm, and you can look like a fancy radio person. Isn't this what the radio people do? Maybe I've no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so now we're zooming the audio on Zoom, the Spark SL. And if I didn't mention the price, the SL comes in at $199. And if you're curious, there's not much difference in the workflow of selecting an XLR mic opposed to a USB. In the audio settings here, you're just going to select a microphone, and then you'll select your interface instead of the actual mic. So right here, I have Rodecaster Pro. And then all of the Zoomers are hearing my crystal clear talk about KPIs and other businessy things. Okay, this is the mouse. This is the mic that I've actually been using for everything. Like, I've been doing a lot of podcasts, Halo streaming. Yes, I'm streaming Halo 1 through 4 until Infinite comes out in the winter on my second channel, Sara Dietschy, Extra Peachy. And when I switch to this mic, people are like, whoa, crispy. Yeah, it's $1,249. I'm not trying to convince you that you need this for your, you know, video conferencing. I think it's just fun to show, you know, what like a studio microphone that musicians use to record not only their vocals, but this is really great for like the bass, kick drums, because it's really good with the bass, and it's just so crispy, clear. I love it. Let's throw some audio processing on this guy. Okay, so I went into my Rodecaster Pro and threw on a little bit of processing, just a little bit more gain, but something that you can tell right off the bat with this mic is it is such a quiet mic, in that there is such minimal hiss and background noise. It's just like, yeah, the only thing that matters is your voice. It just kind of like brings me back to the days of playing music. Yeah, I was in a band. We were called the Bad Habits. We recorded like our own EP. It was one of like the funnest experiences of my life. But before that, I tried to get into like self-recording and GarageBand and Pro Tools and Logic. And I remember the first time I saved up enough money to purchase like a real studio mic like this one. It was so, I don't know, it was just so fun. And I was able, it was just so crystal clear. You know, I stuck it in front of my amp, I stuck it in front of my voice and all those things, and it just sounded so good. So this kind of just makes me, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but nostalgic of the good old days and recording music. And so, you know, this might not be the same type of mic that people want to do video conferencing on, but if you are like a high level podcaster or streamer and you got the money, I mean, like, go for it, right? So as you guys have seen today, Blue has a crazy selection of mics. And if you're like, hey, Sara, like I do music and podcasts, and so maybe I want to, you know, step it up a little bit and check out that selection. I understand the mouse is kind of pricey, right? But a really great middle ground in between the Spark SL and the mouse, well, it's not really middle ground. It's $399 is the baby bottle. And that's another one of Blue's kind of like infamous mics that just sounds so crystal clear and are great for music and podcasting, all the things. Okay, so as you can tell, all those recordings were done in just like a normal room that I'm sure is comparable to y'all's. And then also the Spark SL audio in the intro was recorded in this big room, and it really helps to just have a microphone close to your mouth when it has to do with echo and you not being in like a perfect sound recording studio. And so hopefully, you know, you enjoyed the crispy audio. And as you can tell, you know, these programs like Zoom and stuff just really crush the audio down, which is kind of sad, right? But where you really see the difference is when you're just recording straight into Premiere or to one of your recorders. And like I mentioned, I've been streaming Halo, and here's just a quick clip, and you can tell just how crispy that blue mic audio is. Get him, get him, get him. Got him. 2 people in a row. Okay, guys, see, I was like, I'm gonna fail. Everyone's gonna be so much better. But it seems like my mediocre skills are on par with everyone else. So, you know, it does help to have a mic close to your mouth for video conferencing, but where it just is really awesome is for podcasting, streaming, voiceovers, videos, all of the things. And hopefully, yeah, you can make a decision from this video, and really all the opinions are up to you. I just kind of wanted to showcase these mics, Blue. Thank you for sending them. And I had fun. Okay, let me know if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below for new videos every week. And yeah, I'm just super excited to continue to partner with Logitech and Blue Mic because it so seamlessly fits into my workflow. And yeah, I'm just pumped. I'm pumped. Okay. Stay peachy, y'all. Okay, bye.